Good morning, everyone. We're gonna have to wait for a few more people to get up in here. What's up? What's up? Welcome in. Once again, I know this is not my normal time, so we're going to wait for some people to get up in here, you guys. What's up, Dolores? Welcome in. We're letting a few more people get in here because you know this is not my regular time, but I'm still going live anyway. We have a good one. We have a great one today, you guys. Dolores is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, early. Dolores is always early. She done beat everybody in. Bridget's in here. We're going to let a few more people get up in here before we get started, you guys. This one here is a very interesting one, you guys. Can you guys hear that music in the background? What's up, Bridget? Can you guys hear my voice? We're going to let a few more people get in here before we get started. Thank you, Bridget. Lisa's in the house. What's happening, Lisa? I forgot where you guys live at. Where's everybody from? Coco. Coco's in the house. Thank you, Coco. That's one of my singles featuring Alan McNeil from Troop. You can follow me on Spotify. That song is available. You can stream it. And it's a beautiful song. I mean, all of my music is, I'm not bragging on myself, but I'm just saying. Cora, what's up? We have a very interesting story today, you guys. And man, I'll tell you, just when you think, Shazamay in the house, my UK has just checked in and I love it. I'm always loving it. I love my folks from the UK, man. Lisa's in the house. Alabama mama. What's up, Lisa? You know I love Alabama. That's that good old Pete's cobbler and cone bread. You notice I didn't say corn, I said cone. That Pete's cobbler and that good old cone bread. This is for the steppers. Put your hands up in the air. London. School hit the button. Where you been? Columbus, Ohio in the house. Where all the funksters come from. Come on. Midwest ruling it. School hit the button. It's been a minute, family. It's been a minute. Listen, you guys. Man, when you're coming in, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the like, please, as you're coming in. Please hit that like for me so we can match, so those thumbs up can match how many people are in the live, you guys. Please, I really appreciate if you would do that for me as you're coming in. Just when we thought things could get better with all this technology, you guys. Brother Patrick, what's happening, family? Brother Patrick, are you new to this channel? If so, brother, hopefully you subscribe and become a member of the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. I don't ask for much, you guys, but I do ask that you hit those thumbs up as you're coming in. Let's match. The thumbs up should match how many people are in here. So please, let's get that up. And the hearts, please. I appreciate you. Dot to the J. Dot to the J is in the house, y'all. Hit those thumbs up, you guys. We got 20 people in here. We got 11 thumbs up. Come on, man. Why y'all doing me this way? Y'all doing it to me early in the morning. Where's the love? Come on, let's get the love up. Thumbs up. Please. Yeah, dot to the J. I always appreciate you up in here, but we need to get them thumbs up, you guys. There, come on. It's 12. It should be up to 21. Shazamay say greetings. Brother Timothy, what's happening with you? I know the job's been doing good. Listen, you guys, this one here is a crazy one. Continue to get those thumbs up, you guys, please. Oh man, this one here, you guys, is a pretty interesting one. And I say that because as I'm looking at this, you would think that technology is going to be something that is going to continue to help us. So we think and so we hope. And man, I'll tell you, it just doesn't seem like it's doing what it should do in so many different ways. I say that because when technology turns around and bites us in the butt, then we have to question, is this technology worth what we're expecting it to be? And is it going to advance us in a positive way, or is this going to advance us in a negative way? Especially when you're already dealing with a lot of negative shit in your life. You just really don't need any more negative. Let's get into the story, you guys. Yeah, this one is it's pretty interesting. Okay. New York PD falsely arrests black man based on faulty facial recognition. The technology activist groups wants an investigation. Yeah, this is pretty crazy, you guys. It's pretty crazy. Travis Williams told ABC the actual criminal that the New York Police Department was after looked nothing like him, outside of the fact that they are both black men. Well, you know, that's how they do us black men. If you got dreadlocks and somebody's done something with locks, they're looking for a guy with locks. Sometimes they don't even care if you're light complexion or dark complexion. They're just looking for a person with locks. That's the reason I cut my locks off. Let me tell you a story. And I know you're like, here we go with these stories. Stone and his stories. But no, this story is crazy. That's why this kind of resonated with me a little bit, because I thought about my own personal story when I had locks and the reason why I cut my locks. Okay? We're going to get into this story a little bit, and I'll tell you what happened to me when I had locks. Just this weird, crazy situation that I will never forget. Once again, facial recognition technology is out here getting black men arrested for crimes they didn't commit. All because algorithms also apparently think all black people look alike. Interesting. Because facial recognition should be so on point that it should not be confusing, because it is facial recognition. It's using ones and zeros and angles, verticals, horizontals, and all those things to recognize people as well as their social media profiles. Now, Facebook is connected to the FBI database. So how is it that facial recognition misled police to the wrong person? According to ABC7, civil rights and privacy groups are demanding an investigation into the New York Police Department's use of facial recognition technology after a black man was allegedly arrested in jail for 2 days based on a false identification. Beware, you guys. I mean, this can happen to any of us. So dude going around, he's just enjoying his day, and all of a sudden, he gets sequestered by police. Hey, come here. Obviously, this is what happened. Hey, yeah, you turn around. We're going to handcuff you. He's probably completely confused. Like, what are you talking about? I'm walking or I'm going to work. Nah, we've been looking for you. Or is it that they knew that this wasn't the guy, but because maybe some of the things were similar, they just decided to crapshoot and arrest this guy? We're going to get deeper into the story. Travis Williams told ABC that the actual criminal of the New York Police Department was after looked nothing like him, outside of the fact that they both were black with similar hairstyles. Now, remember that. I want you to remember what I just said. Hairstyles. He said, I was so angry. I was stressed, Williams said. The man that we're looking for, he was 8 inches shorter than me and 70 pounds lighter. Come on, you guys. I mean, 70 pounds lighter and 8 inches shorter. I mean, I know the 8 inches shorter is kind of like, you can mistake that, but 70 pounds lighter, and doesn't look like to me that they look similar. According to the New York Times, the arrest stemmed from a 911 call made in February by a woman who told the police that a delivery man has exposed himself to her in a Manhattan building. She reportedly described the man as being 5'6", which makes it odd, that officers arrested Williams about 2 months after. Now, they arrested this man 2 months later, after the incident reported, considering he stands 6 feet 2 inches. Well, God diggity dog. She, listen, you guys, she described the guy who was 5'6". The guy they arrested was 6 feet 2 inches. What the? You guys know this is bullshit, right? The man, Travis Williams, was driving from Connecticut to Brooklyn on the day of the crime, and location data from his phone put him about 12 miles away at the time of the crime. But a facial recognition program plucked his image from an array of mug shots, and the woman identified him as the flasher. Wow. And she identified him as a flasher. This is why people need more black friends, y'all. This is why people need more black friends, because they think we all look alike. And we don't. This guy was 5'6". The guy she identified was 6'2". I don't know how she was able to mistake. I guess she just said, somebody need to be arrested, so I'm just going to say whatever. Like Mr. Williams, the culprit was black, had a thick beard and mustache, wore his hair in braids. Physically, the two men had little else in common. Mr. Williams was not only taller, he also weighed 230 pounds. The victim said the delivery man appeared to weigh about 160 pounds, but Mr. Williams still spent more than 2 days in a jail in April. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that should not be happening, you guys. This is the kind of stuff that shouldn't happen, especially with facial recognition, because that information should be spot on. In the blink of an eye, your whole life could change, Mr. Williams said. The algorithms that run facial recognition technology can outstrip fallible human eyewitnesses and law enforcement agencies. They say that the results are not decisive on their own, but the case against Mr. Williams which was dismissed in July, illustrates the perils of a powerful investigation tool that can lead detectives far astray. Now, from what I'm understanding, this technology is supposed to be a solid form of identification. Because other than that, why are we using facial recognition? And with AI, should this technology not be a little bit tighter? Should it not be a little bit tighter? They said this could have very easily been solved by just really traditional police work. Man, these guys might have got lazy, man, and they depended on the technology. It looks like him to me. What do you think, Bob? Yeah, well, it looks like him to me, too. Yeah, man, let's just take him in. Case closed. So they thought. Traditional police work these guys are not doing, said Dwayne Ackerman, staff attorney with the Digital Forensics Unit at the Legal Aid Society. In Legal Aid, one of the groups are urging authorities, including the Inspector General Jeanne Barrett, to launch an investigation into the police department's use of facial recognition technology. Of course, the New York Police Department officials told ABC that the use of this software comes with legal regulations, and that the technology has proven a huge success rate that eclipsed the number of times it has been wrong and led to false arrests. The department also noted that even if there is a possible match, the New York Police Department cannot and will never make an arrest solely using facial recognition technology, begging the question, what else was Williams arrested based on? Now, that's my thing. If you don't solely use facial recognition, how did you get a guy who's 6'2" when the suspect was 5'6", and the guy was 6'2" and 230 something pounds, and the suspect was 5'6" and 160 pounds? That sounds super like backwards to me. On April the 21st, the police caught Mr. Williams entering a subway through an exit gate in Brooklyn and learned he was wanted for questioning on a February 10th episode. They took him into custody. When they interrogated him, Mr. Williams told the police that he had started making deliveries from Amazon on April the 1st. He explained he had worked in an Amazon warehouse during the COVID-19 pandemic and in Atlanta, but that at the time of the crime, he had been working his Connecticut job with autistic adults. So this dude wasn't even in that area when this crime happened. Like, come on, man. He wasn't even in the area. He was working in Connecticut. He said, "That's not me." He said this to the police when they showed him surveillance images of the flasher. He said, "I swear to God, that's not me." Now, come on. As he's sitting there telling them that's not him, do you not think that they didn't go, "Wait a minute, he's right. This doesn't look like him"? It should have been easy for them to say that. Why would they not say, "Wait a minute, this doesn't look like, you're right. This doesn't look like you, brother"? But of course, no, they want a conviction, so they're not going to say that. They said to him, "Of course you're going to say that wasn't you," the detective responded. He then asked what would happen if he pulled Mr. Williams' employment record. Mr. Williams said, "Pull it. Please look it up." He challenged the police. Look up my record. That's not me, bro. Like, why are you guys doing this? The police charged him the following day. So the police charged him anyway. So it seems to me the police never even took time to look up his record, and they just wanted to convict someone of this crime. The victim positively identified Mr. Williams. So the lady identified him as a person, said Brad Weeks, a spokesman for the police department. Mr. Weeks said the victim had told detectives she was confident that was the same person, and only then was probable cause established to make an arrest. This is scary, ladies and gentlemen. Understand this. Black men, Hispanic men, this is a scary situation. This could happen to any one of us that's on this live. And I'm going to tell you what almost happened to me. He said the victim's photos, identification, the questioning of Mr. Williams and his work history of Amazon were all part of the investigation. The police did not contact Amazon to find out the identity of the delivery man. Yeah, they wasn't trying to. Listen, it seems to me they were not even trying to hear what he had to say. Because if he said, "You can check my job," after they said, "Well, what do you think will happen if we check your job?" He said, "Check it." Mimi once said, "Very backwards and wrong." Exactly. Very backwards, Mimi. Very, very backwards, Mimi. It's not quite making any sense. I'm about to tell you guys my story, and you're going to laugh. You guys are going to be like, "No way, Stone. Stone got some stories for you." No, this is a real story, man. When I tell you this story, you're not going to believe it. I don't think Cambodian Mystique was with me then. I think I had somebody else working with me. This other young lady named Ashley who used to work for me. Joyful Ladybug said, "I worry technology is becoming too big brotherish, yet we don't seem to have options to opt out of using it." Well, they want to make it easy. Coco said, "That's crazy." You guys ready for this crazy story I'm about to tell you? I don't think Mystique, you were with me. I think it was Ashley. Dolores said, "Can't see your face." Dolores, ain't nobody donating, so I ain't showing my face. Ain't nobody donating. This is a faceless live right now. That face is for the donations. Listen, here it is. You guys ready? I was eating at Sweet Tomatoes. This was about maybe about 10 years ago. Maybe, yeah, 8 years ago. I was sitting there enjoying one of my favorite places because Sweet Tomatoes had the veggie bar, right? So I'm getting my vegetarian little thing on. Sitting there enjoying my day, talking, laughing, just enjoying eating. Like I said, I think it was Ashley with me, one of my other employees at the time. At first, I thought it was Mystique that was with me, but it wasn't Mystique, I don't think. I don't think it was you, Mystique. I think it was Ashley with me. So I'm sitting there enjoying my favorite place, Sweet Tomatoes. You guys remember Sweet Tomatoes, right? I had locks then. My hair was down to my back, past my waist. It was long. My hair was very long at that time. Sitting there enjoying my Sweet Tomatoes with no care in the world, but enjoying eating my Sweet Tomatoes. Dolores said, can you see him? I'm doing good. Can you see who? Dolores. Bridget said, I used to love Sweet Tomatoes. Hold on, y'all. As we unpack this story. So I'm sitting there and I'm enjoying my Sweet Tomatoes. And a lady kept looking at me. And every time I looked at this lady, this older lady, older Caucasian lady, she would turn her head the other direction. And I said to the person that's with me, I said, man, this lady has been looking at me for an hour. She said, maybe she recognizes you, Stone. She says, I mean, you have been on a lot of different stuff. TV, social media, maybe she recognizes you. Now, a lot of people would approach me after seeing me on a show or YouTube. Even people that meet me, that see me on YouTube, will actually follow me and come up to me and say, oh, I didn't know you lived in Vegas. I've had it happen on a regular basis. So her analogy was, maybe that person knows you. Bridget said he has trolls. He has less trolls without showing him. Thank you, Bridget. Bridget, you noticed that, huh? Yeah. I don't know. They be jealous up in here. These trolls like coming in and being jealous. That's exactly true. Less trolls when I don't show my hair. It's crazy, right? I tried something to see if it worked, Bridget, and it seems that it's working. The obsession for my hair seems to be real. So when I don't show it, it seems to be cool. So listen. So I'm sitting there and this older Caucasian lady kept looking at me to the point at where I kind of worded to her with my mouth, hello. When I said hello, she looked the other way and she did not return the hello to me. She didn't nod her head. She didn't acknowledge that I was saying hello. So I said to myself, I said, this is really weird. I get up and I go back to the bar, get me some salad and some other things. As soon as I got up and walked past this woman, I'm showing you the stuff that black men go through. For those of you that don't know, when I got up and walked past her, she turned her head like she was trying to avoid me making eye contact with her. And I thought that was strange. I said, that's kind of weird. I continued to try to engage in a very cordial and nice way. When I sat back down at the table, she wasn't having eye-to-eye contact with me. She didn't want to do that. So I started to feel uncomfortable. So we got up and we moved to another table. I said, let's move further to the window. We moved to a table like by the window in a corner. She gets up with her plate and her friend and they readjust the table they're sitting at so that she can be in eyesight of me. And she continues to do the same thing. Well, at that point, I started to feel very uncomfortable. You guys smash up those hearts, you guys. Let's boost this algorithm up for the love. For the love, you guys. Hit those hearts. You know how to hit the hearts, you guys? If you don't, ask how. There's a box. And when you click on that box in the comment section, to the right of you will come up like 100 smiley face and hearts. Click those hearts, just like you're on TikTok. It helps with my algorithm. So we decide to leave early. This is no joke. We decided to leave early. I said, you know what, let's go. I said, I'm not going to sit here and have somebody just watching me when clearly I don't know, they're not even speaking to me. So I said, I feel uncomfortable. Let's get up and go. Now, I was going to go tell the manager, but I said, what is the manager going to do, right? So we got up. I got another plate. We finished. And this is no joke, you guys. I get up. We go out to the car. Then I see the lady standing at the door of the restaurant, looking outside. But now she's like doing some kind of pointing, like she's like inside, like pointing to some people inside and then pointing outside at me, like as if she's saying that's the car or that's the person. So I'm completely confused. I'm like totally confused. As I am leaving, as I start to drive away, the police is pulling up to the location. This is all truth, you guys. The police is pulling up to the location. Did I tell you this story, Mystique? Because I don't, like I said, Mystique, I don't think you were with me. I think it was Ashley or somebody else with me. Police is pulling up to the location. One police car blocks my car. The other ones kind of pull up to the place. And I'm seized right there at the moment, right then and there. Now, although I didn't go to jail, but they thought I was some guy who had just beat up, excuse me, I gotta watch my words, somebody that had assaulted some people, and he had dreadlocks. And they said I fit the identification. They said that I fit. You weren't with me, were you, Mystique? It had to be Ashley, because you would have said you were with me. Either Ashley or somebody else. They said that I fit the identification of the person. I want you to understand, this is the reason I cut my locks, you guys, because my locks were long. And by now, if I still had them, they would be down past my knee. Thus the reason I cut my locks, on top of people putting their hands in my hair. That day scared the shit out of me. Joyful Lady said, a 2024 Michigan study confirmed 7 cases of misidentification due to facial recognition technology, 6 of which involve Black people who have been wrongfully accused and incarcerated. Also, Asians are at risk. Yes, they are. Because they say Black folks and Asian folks we all look alike. This is a true story, you guys. So you say, Stone, well, what happened that day? Finish the story. Well, the one car blocks me. I get questioned. I think I was there for almost an hour sitting in that parking lot. And I kept telling them I'm an artist. I was here eating the whole time. I guess this had happened 2 or 3 hours before I got to that location. They asked me, where were you before then? I said, in the studio. I really thought they were going to take me to jail because of what they were telling me and telling me that I fit the identification of this person. But when they broke down the identification, I said, well, that doesn't even sound like me. I say to the police officers, I say, it doesn't even sound, I say, come on, you guys, listen to what you just read to me. Do I look and sound like, besides the locks? This happens every day, you guys. Mind you, it's happening as we speak to someone. It's happening to someone right now as I am telling you this story somewhere in the world or in the USA. This is happening to someone. Somebody's being misidentified. So this can happen. Just because it's facial recognition doesn't mean it's 100% solid. Do not mistake that. Because y'all thinking, facial recognition, that should be on point. You would think it should be on point. With AI right now, you would think that it should be on point. But it's not. It's not. There's still mistakes that this facial recognition can and will make. Just know, Black men, Hispanic men, Asian men, you're in the line of fire. You're in the line of fire. Because trust me, I never thought that somebody would be trying to match me up with some bullshit or something. Somebody assaulted somebody. Or they robbed them, assaulted them and robbed them. And then they said I looked like the guy. They set me there for an hour. Took me out of my car, set me in the back of the police cruiser for 1 hour as they did whatever the fuck they were doing. And I told them, you can Google my name. You can, what do you need? I own businesses, right? You would think that that would matter. Hit those hearts, you guys. Let's boost up that algorithm. You would think that that mattered. And it didn't. They didn't care. They didn't care. No one cared. They was like, oh, we don't care. They wanted to take someone to jail, and I happen to be in the line of fire. Know that this happens every day. Every single day, people being misidentified for the sake of this technology. We're going to continue to read. So it appears a false identification in the fact that Williams worked at Amazon, which the police didn't even bother to confirm with the company. Where all that was needed for Williams to be falsely arrested and charged. Perhaps it's true. Perhaps it's true, they say, that the cops don't make arrests solely using facial recognition technology, but it doesn't appear that much else is required. In fact, Weekes claimed empathetically that it was factual and accurate to say that the police had made false arrests based on technology, even as it appears to largely be the case when it comes to this gentleman Williams. Everyone, including the New York Police Department, knows that facial technology recognition is unreliable. I don't know, Brother Chill, William Johnson, if you're on here, Brother Chill, give me your thoughts, because Brother Chill is a police officer. I'd like to know how often the police actually use facial recognition to recognize people. Maybe you can explain that to us, Brother Chill, if you're on here. Williams said that negative impact of his arrest didn't end once the charges were dropped. He said, I was in the process of becoming a correctional officer, Williams said, at Rikers Island. He told ABC, adding that they kind of froze the hiring process after his arrest. He said, I hope people don't have to sit in jail or prison for things they didn't do, Williams said. Wow. I mean, you guys, this stuff is crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, just when you thought that this AI facial recognition technology was going to be able to help us solve some of the crimes that people are out here doing that are really detrimental to society. But instead, they're using it to arrest people that haven't done shit to anyone. But then they say it's 100% accurate. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, you guys? Once again, I said the other day, I said we're living in a loop. We're we're absolutely living in a loop, you guys. It's like a very bad loop. Good morning, Chef Anna. It's a bad loop, you guys. We're going to move on to this next story. I'm still bothered by that. I just want black men to be careful. Be careful, African American men and Hispanic men. You guys ready for another interesting story? I'm just trying to share stories for people that are outside of the U.S. and people that are inside the U.S. and things that affect the African American community in a major way. Here's the title. America, you're in danger. You're in danger, girl. A silent civil war is here. It says, The Confederacy reborn, and if we don't fight back at every turn, America as we know it will not survive. It's the Confederacy reborn, and if we don't fight back at every turn, America as we know it will not survive. Yeah, that's the title. Wake up, America, especially Black America, because we are at war. What many of us thought was just another bout with Jim Crow has revealed itself to be something even more sinister. The rebirth of the Confederacy, you guys, rebranded and repackaged under the red hat. This is not metaphorical or hypocritical. A silent war has begun and this administration is at the leading the charge, and so it states. I'm reading what's said. Let's look at the facts. An elected official, Nicole Collier, has been allegedly detained over 24 hours for failing to sign a paper allowing surveillance by her employer. What? Wait a minute, hold on. Listen to this, you guys. An elected official, Nicole Collier, has been allegedly detained for over 24 hours for failing to sign a paper allowing surveillance by her employer. Wow. Now this is scary. She's a Black woman. A Black woman is being held against her will by her employer, all because she won't agree to allegedly be surveilled and being treated as if she is a criminal for fighting against an illegal practice that limits Blacks and brown Americans' voting power. As the GOP state officials to tilt the map for 2026 midterms to be more in their favor to preserve the GOP's slim House majority, and as MAGA continues to usher authoritarian and bring back the Confederacy. Yo, this is crazy, and I've been seeing some crazy stuff. Pushing to bring authoritarianism and bring back the Confederacy. I just don't know what the fuck is going on here, you guys. I mean, I do, but this shit is crazy. It's crazy. Meanwhile, at the ranch, everybody's on TikTok worrying about twerking and false stories. And the stories that really affect our lives, no one is paying attention to. This shit is just whack. It's whack that people do not pay attention. Bridget says, why other officials have government paid protection? Exactly, Bridget. Crankbait said the idea is crazy and false. Crankbait, I'm reading to you a real story. Do not get on my live and tell me I'm reading some false shit. I don't mind you get on there placing your opinion, but what you're not going to do is get on here and tell me what I'm reading to you is false. Fuck you. And I say that respectfully. And you can come on here and say what you want. I'm okay with that. But don't dare tell me what I'm reading is false. CC Funk once said, hey, Stone, how's everybody? From water ops, tap water today, nasty. Is it really? I don't mess with tap water. Crankbait said, real story meaning you believe everything, like Russia. What I believe is you need to take your monkey ass somewhere and get the fuck up off my live with that corny ass shit you talking. Or get on this motherfucker and show your face. That's what I will say, Crankbait. No, Crankbait, you believe everything. Because obviously you're uneducated to come on here and tell me the story that I am reading that I did not write is false. Fuck you. Are you one of them? Because you sound like you are. Don't come on my shit talking that bullshit, or you will be blocked. Crankbait. Crankbait that, motherfucker. Now get the fuck up out of here. You don't like the truth, go take your ass somewhere and listen to a lie. Go to TikTok. No, if it's written doesn't mean it's true. But the information I bring to you is real. I'm Black, motherfucker, and I know you not. So you'll never get it. So get the fuck up off of my page, you dumb shit. Nah, it's not fake news. You're a fake person, though. That's true. You dumb piece of shit, you. Yartundi Enterprise. What's going on, family? Yeah, crankbait been doing too much crank. Full of shit. You always get them ones. As soon as you start talking about some real shit, they want to shut you. Anytime you talk about black people going through some stuff, they want you to be quiet. I hate that. Let's get back into the reading. They say, but it's not just in Texas. In New York, Attorney General Letitia James is also being harassed by law enforcement after her office brought civil fraud charges against this administration. His adult sons and the organization resulting in a $500 million judgment against the red man. Last year, whistleblowers sounded the alarm after the Chief Department of Justice, Ed Martin, posed for photos outside of James' Brooklyn home last week, following his calls for his resignation as he is conducting an investigation into her conduct. Yeah, this shit is getting real weird and whiny, you guys. And as soon as you get on here talking about this stuff, the ops start to come in and do weird stuff. The ops, people who are opposing the truth, they come in and they want to say shit. It's weird. This is when you know something's going on that's close to the real truth. Because why would you have to get on and tell me what I'm saying is a lie when the information I'm telling you about is out? It's not like you can't research it, but you want to tell me that I am lying. I can see, like, if you're going to argue with someone, argue with somebody that doesn't have their facts right. Argue with somebody that doesn't have the story that they're talking about right in front of them. And then detest that by reading something else that totally detests that story or that theory. But just getting on here saying the information is false, like you guys always do when black people tell their truth, is not going to work. You dumb piece of shit, you. The guy that came in commenting. Stupid people, man. It says his investigation of James is one of the several the Justice Department has launched into the president's perceived enemies, many of whom are African American, including the former President Barack Obama and the first black woman to sit on the central bank's board, Lisa Cook, whom Trump's administration is accusing of mortgage fraud. A close Trump ally accused Lisa Cook, an appointee of Joe Biden, of potentially committing mortgage fraud and urged the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate it as a criminal matter, renewing his extraordinary attack on the central bank's independence as officials mull next steps on interest rates. Then there's his blatant and direct attacks against black cities and Democratic-led states like Baltimore and Washington, D.C., labeling them as crime-infested, despite data showing otherwise, and calling for a federal takeover in his attempt to continue to undermine progress. The calls for federal takeover arrive just as his administration continues to attack on black history, calling for the revisions of specific exhibits, namely those telling the true history of slavery. Now, we talked about that yesterday. Soon as you start talking about some shit, y'all, I want y'all to understand. You get the monkeys that come in here and want to monkey around and jump on poles and monitors and keyboards and hide behind a screen with no picture. You get the monkeys that like to monkey around. And they want the people in my comment section to believe the shit they saying. And they think they can just come in and say shit and then people just gonna believe what they saying just off of sight. Not giving no real fact of shit. Joe for Ladybug said, I sent you a link Instagram today about the cryptocurrency. It hit me hard after I recently read a story. Crypto's targeting the minority communities, even though they invest in it at a higher rate than whites. Yeah, well, you know, they got to figure out how to utilize that to suppress in other ways, especially coming out the gate. So of course, you know, I'll check it out. But I'm familiar with crypto because I actually invest in crypto as well. But you know, they got to figure out. It's about figuring out a system that can hold others at bay, to hold others at bay. But I just notice every time I get into reading a story about something that's uncomfortable, people start to get squirmish. And it's never black folks. It's never, why? It's never black people. I'm just saying, I just noticed it. I could sit on here and talk about twerking and what celebrities are doing, and nobody would ever come in my comment section and say nothing, detest my story. They would be agreeing with everything. Soon as you start to talk about things that matter to people's daily lives, people get unearthed and they get bothered by it. They get bothered. Why? Goodness gracious, man. Hey, y'all want to see? Listen. Listen, I'm going to show you something. We're going to go into another story because I just want to show you how people get bothered by certain topics. So we're going to let's stir something up today on this YouTube. Could the next pope be black? Y'all ready? Let's stir some stuff up today, y'all. They want to get stirred up. Let's stir some stuff up. You know, there's a few things the powers that be don't like. A black pope, black comic book heroes, they lose their fucking mind when you start talking about that shit. Let's get into that. Could the next pope be black? They don't like when I talk about the red man. And here's the thing. I'm pretty fair. I don't speak negative. I just get facts. Y'all know that. But I noticed the trolls, as soon as they see something, they get very bothered. So let's bother them today. Yard said, already assigned, my brother. Exactly. James Howard, what's up, family? I'm good. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Joyful said, yes, you nailed it. Always seems to be an angle to suppress blacks. Not only do blacks need to fight back, but so do we all. The end of America includes us all. Exactly. And we're in trouble. I'm telling you, every time I get on here and share a certain story, they get nervous. So let's shake them up. Let's shake the powers that be up. Could the next pope be black? Can we talk about that? Let's stir them up today, y'all. T-Rex said Cardinal Robert Sarah was in line to be a pope, but the guy now is the last one. I know, T-Rex, is crazy. As people mourn the death of Pope Francis, a question had begun to surface: who will follow in his legendary footsteps, and more. More specifically, could the next pope be black? Now, you know they're going to get stirred up. Let's stir them up on this. I like to go over stories that people might not have been privy to hear or know of and go into detail with those stories. In April, the Vatican officials confirmed the death of Pope. We know that. At 88 years of age, according to CNN, the beloved Pointed passed away from a stroke and heart failure. As tributes pour in from around the world, many are mourning a spiritual giant whose legacy will be felt for generations, right? But amid the grief, you guys, a pivotal question has begun to surface. Who will follow in his legendary footsteps? At the time they were saying that. And more specifically, could the next pope be black? Now, you know, people were losing their mind when they heard that shit. Malachi Z. Okay. Yard. Y'all are funny. For centuries, the papacy has been predominantly held by Europeans. Yet, in recent decades, the church has slowly begun to see figures from around the world step into the coveted position. Pope Francis himself shattered centuries of traditions as the first Latin American and the first Jesuit to ascend to the papacy in nearly 1,300 years. Now, as the world looks to the future, the question of representation is once again front and center. Could we be on the brink of witnessing a historic moment? The election of the first black pope in the modern era. Now, you know that would have been too much for him. Black president, black pope, but they'd be like, what's next, you guys? What's next? You know, that's how they'd be thinking. Cardinal Peter Turkison has a strong chance of becoming the first pope in centuries. Cardinal Peter Turkish is leading front runner. He was a leading front runner, and would make history as the first American pope in the countries if elected. Now, I'm reading you a past story. According to Newsweek, he currently holds 5.1 odds in betting markets and boasts a strong resume for the role. Turkson previously led the Vatican's dicastery from promoting integral human development, where he was outspoken on key global issues including climate change, poverty, and economic justice. Made Archbishop of Cape Coast, Ghana in 1993, Turkson rose to high ranks in 2003 when he became the first Ghanaian to become a cardinal priest following an historic appointment from Pope John Paul III. According to the College of Cardinals reports, he has also played a major role in shaping the Vatican's stance on social justice, environmental issues, and human rights. This guy came in doing incredible stuff. So they're like, hey, maybe we will have another black pope. Maybe we will have our first black pope. The idea of the black pope isn't as far-fetched or unprecedented as it might seem. In fact, history tells us that there have already been 3 popes of African descent. Now, that's something I didn't even know. Albert, in the early centuries of Christianity, according to the Pope's history, so I guess there were already 3 black popes before. These include Pope Victo, who served 189-199 AD. Pope Militates served 311-314 AD, and Pope Galatius served 492-496 AD. Yeah, nobody would even know that, because I didn't even know that. Pope Victor, widely recognized as the first African-American pope, Victor was born in the Roman province of Africa, likely in present-day Libya or Tunisia. His papacy is best remembered for his decisive leadership during the Quarto-Deciman controversy and major dispute over the correct date to celebrate Easter. Okay. Victor pushed for the uniform observance of Easter on a Sunday, aligning with Roman traditions and moving away from the practice of celebrating it on the 14th. Interesting, I didn't even know that. The 14th of Nisan, a date based on the Jewish calendar. Though his firm stance drew criticism from some Eastern bishops, it established a precedent for liturgical unity in the church, according to the Pope's history. Now, I didn't know he had a lot to do with Easter being. Wow. That's interesting. Who would have ever known that? Did you guys know that? Because I swear to you, I didn't. And I read a lot. Wow. He disputed over the correct date to celebrate Easter, and he pushed for the uniform observance of Easter on a Sunday. Who would have ever known that? Because I promise you I didn't, and don't y'all get in my comment section acting like y'all knew that shit. What's up, Cuzzo? Cuzzo Ty, is Ty in here? Oh, somebody said thank you, Stone. Yeah. I didn't even know that. We had a black pope that pushed to celebrate Easter on a Sunday. Did it? I mean, this is stuff we need to know. This is something that we need to know. These are things that are important for the younger generation to know that might not know this information. I had no idea a black pope pushed for Easter to be on a Sunday, moving away from celebrating it on the 14th of Nisan, a date that was based on the Jewish calendar. Now, I'm only reading what it was saying. Bridget said, no, I didn't know. Lisa said, Stone, the papacy changed many things. Of course, but Lisa, what I'm saying is there were 3 black popes. And they had to do with a lot of pivotal changes that happened within the system of the Vatican. Well, T-Rex said, Trump said he thought he should be a pope and he wasn't kidding. Wow, are you serious? Chewy said, don't tell ICE he might be Mexican. Hey, Chewy, you funny. Hey, Chewy. We always get some people in here that make me laugh, man. Chewy's got me cracking up. Yard said, Jewish calendar and the Saturday Sabbath. Okay, I mean, that's amazing to me. Okay, the next one is Pope Miltiades. Okay, Pope Miltiades. He was born in Africa. These are the 3 black popes, right? 311-314 AD, he was Pope. Born in Africa, Pope Miltiades led the church during a pivotal transition in its history. His papacy began just as the Roman Empire was easing its persecution of Christians. In 311 AD, the Emperor Galasius issued the Edict of Toleration, ending the systematic oppression of Christians and allowing them to worship freely. Miltiades was instrumental in helping the church navigate this newfound freedom. His diplomatic skills and steady leadership laid the groundwork for Christianity emergence from the shadows and into the public square as a legally recognized faith. You guys, I think this is interesting. CC Funk said Pope slump. John Cash said they can call him Pope in prison. Lisa said, I understand, Stone. What's up, John? I just think this is interesting, you guys, because learning history of thine self is very, very powerful. How many young people don't know that 3 of the earlier popes after the death of Christ were African, not African American, but African? I didn't know this. I feel almost like I was gypped of information. But knowledge is power. That's the reason you got to research. The library, the internet now is the library. There's no reason for us to have walking dummies. This generation should be the smartest generation ever. But what this information has done is made the OGs even smarter than we were. Damaged Kisser said, God doesn't care about the Pope. Did God tell you that? No offense, but I'm really over people assuming to know and what and whom God cares about. Sorry, I know that comment was made a while ago. Damaged Kisses, who said, somebody said something? Lisa, just hit me on Instagram. I'll check it after this. My email is just strictly for like business stuff. But hit me on Instagram. I'll check it. Just send it today and I'll check it today. Hit me on Instagram, Lisa. T-Rex said, I know those black popes got sysled types of, oh yeah, you already know, called all types of, yeah, you already know. Back then they didn't use that word, so you wonder what word they used back then, because that was after the death of Christ. Janet said, hello, King and Chat. What's up, Janet? Janet, lifestyles for Janet. Janet, it's always good to have you in here. Okay, well, just email me, Lisa. Damage Kisses said, anyway, I have to go. I have an appointment. Okay, well, I was trying to figure out who you were talking about, Damage Kisses. Did somebody leave a comment or something or say something crazy? Because I didn't see it. I missed it. Janet said, I'm late to the party. Janet, what the title was, we moved on to another one, but I went through about 3 different ones. I'm on this one here. We were talking about the facial recognition at first and how this guy in New York City got accused of a crime when it wasn't even him, based on the facial recognition that police use. Yarda D said, rewind. Hey, Janet, did Yarda say rewind? Hey, listen, like think how this information has been kept from young black kids. Now, I can guarantee you probably the African kids know this, but the American black kids don't know nothing about this. But I promise you, I bet you the Africans from Africa, they know this. They know the 3 black popes. I can promise you that. But American black folks didn't know this because I didn't know this. Pope Saint, okay, so 492 to 496 AD, there was another black pope named Pope Saint Gelasius, considered one of the most prolific papal writers of the church's early centuries. Pope Saint Gelasius was born in North Africa during the twilight years of Western Roman Empire, just before its fall to the Vandals. Despite the political chaos of the time, Gelasius powerfully inserted the primacy of the Bishop of Rome over the other major patriarchates of Christendom. Jerusalem and Alexandria. His most enduring legacy lies in his articulation of the doctrine of the 2 powers, spiritual and temporal, establishing the Pope's supremacy in spiritual matters. The vision of papal authority would influence church-state relations for the next 1,000 years. Interesting. So each one of these black popes came in and made profound impacts to the papacy, which, like I said, once again, this is information for all of those that didn't know. Sharon, what's up? It's good to see you, Sharon. Sharon said, hello, Stone. I'm doing, you know what? I am balanced and I can't complain. Sharon. Yard said, I learned from an immigrant that was U.S. immigration teaches this is before entering the U.S. They teach Yard about the Pope. But this isn't U.S. history though, so I don't know how they would teach this. Yard said racial polarized entering a, yeah, I totally get it. User 31GHCZHYAR, hello. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Janet said French. Got you, Janet. Yard said Western Aboriginal, yes. Oh, absolutely. Yarda, yeah. But I'm saying for the young, I mean, can you imagine having certain history and then you're not privy to knowing who or what has made a powerful impact on your life because Nobody shares that information with you, so you didn't know this. It's like being robbed of knowledge. That's all I'm saying. Like, today we didn't know. Yesterday we didn't know. Today we know things that we didn't know today. Every day should be a day of learning. Yarda, I'm 55, so I feel you. Being robbed of knowledge is your future. So how do you progress in the future of no knowledge? When you're coming in, you guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up, please. When you're coming in, hit the thumbs up, hit the like on the video, and also hit those hearts. How can you gain further knowledge when you haven't gained your recent knowledge of yourself? So how are you going to expand as a person in the future when you have no knowledge of your past and who you are? And just something as simple as not knowing that there were 3 black popes can change a young person's life and what they can accomplish in life. Y'all see what I'm saying? James Jackson, family, it's been a minute. Where you been? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I mean, does it make any sense? Yarda said, learn to always be ignorant and learn further when it's allowed. I disagree, Yarda. Yarda says, listen to what Yarda says, you guys. Learn to always be ignorant and learn further when it's allowed. No, I don't agree with that. I was raised by, my mom was a scholar, and that's totally backwards. I'm sorry. Oh, have you, Brother James? Man, maybe. Am I getting young or what, Brother James? CC Funk said no. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't know where that analogy you came up with, Yarda Enterprise, came from. Yarda said, learn to always be ignorant and learn further when it's allowed. I am too, Yarda, but I don't agree with that. And my mother was too. My mother was a professor. I don't believe in that. I don't give a fuck about a PhD. I got one. I don't give a fuck about that. I just don't like that term. That makes no sense. Learn to always be ignorant. I get the metaphor, and learn further when it's allowed. I get where you're coming from. You know, my grandmother used to say something similar. Never let nobody know how knowledgeable you are. So, you know, don't let everybody know everything you know and how much you know. You're talking to a person who has lived by the concept of chess. My whole life, I've gotten where I've gotten because of chess. Most black people that have survived and became successful play chess. Come on now. Y'all know. Lisa said, yes, knowledge is power. Listen, I get what Yarda was saying, though. I get it. I really do. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. The honest truth is just like back in the day, slaves would not let people know that they could read. And slave masters that were allowing slaves to read would tell them, don't let nobody know you know how to read. Other slave masters, they didn't want that. They didn't want the other slave masters to know that their slave, one of their slaves, could read and was teaching other ones. Jova said, maybe she means we don't know what we don't know, so learn whenever you're allowed. That could be it, but if that's what you were saying, then you would just say that. When you're a PhD, let me explain something to you about PhD. People use the word PhD too loosely because sometimes the PhD doesn't get properly applied. So if you want to make people that are lesser than a PhD understand what you're saying, like we got people on here that come in here that are ignorant, like the trolls. Then we got to explain to them, break it down simple, silly. Like some people that are not PhDs sometimes might not get certain terms in the way that we word it. That's why I do stuff simple, silly on here. Because I don't want people coming in here that don't understand what I'm saying if I'm using metaphors that are too deep. CC Punk say ignorant people don't know their exactly, they don't. And that's the reason I say simple, silly. Shazame say ignorance is a lack of knowledge. Always. You're correct, Shazame. And that's a fact. T-Rex said, we probably invented chess. Yo, T-Rex, don't get me started because we start looking that up. Who invented chess? You know what? I think, hold on. Don't get me wrong. We're going to talk about that on another day. James Jackson say, damn, really? Dapping said, what's up, Dapping? Yarda said, see, there we go. Now I'm with you. Yarda, I knew it was, but, you know, we got some trolls in here that we got to break it down to them with the you know, the simplicity of for the dummies, the yellow book. The great one said, Slava, Ukraine in the house. Listen, we're sending all blessings to you in the Ukraine. I've been getting a lot of people from the Ukraine. I've been getting a lot of people from different countries, and I love it, man. And I thank you guys for coming in here and embracing my channel. I really, the great one. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We're welcoming you here, and we're sending blessings to your country. We're sending blessings to your country, Slava, Ukraine. We're sending blessings to you guys, man. We really are. Here in America, we're all praying for you guys. Just know that. We're praying for you guys, and thank you for coming in here. And hopefully you don't disappear and you come here all the time because we're happy to have you. Okay. The great one, we're sending love to you and your family and for everything to, you know, with everything that's going on in Ukraine to end as fast as it can. So we sending love to you guys, okay? And to your family, health and wealth, okay? T-Rex said that was great. Oh, listen, I think from my research, I can't quite remember. Don't get me on here lying to you guys, but I think Yarda said peace, please. I think are you out, Yarda? You gone? Or are you saying peace to our Ukraine folks that came in here, sending love to them? Sharon Turner said constantly my grandfather told me when I graduated from high school and we were on my college tour, he stated, this is our opportunity to continue to re-educate. Yes. Unfortunately, as African Americans, we have to constantly continue to educate ourselves. Literal. You know, I was shocked when I was doing this. I was doing some research on the younger generation and how many young African American boys can't read, and it just broke my heart. And how many adult male African American men and women can't read, and it broke my heart, you guys. Even after college, universities, we continue to have to educate ourselves outside of the formal education that we receive. You guys agree? We got to be smarter. We have to be better. We have to be more knowledgeable. Sharon Turner said, yes, we have to be. Now, that doesn't mean anything because let me tell you something. When I got my little degrees, I thought I was better than every other black person. Can I be honest with y'all? For some years, I thought I was the shit. Oh, I was arrogant. I was very arrogant about it. But then I had to check myself and understand that the degree just stated that I had the discipline to sit in a classroom for so long and learn. That's all it said. It didn't make me better than the next black person because I had a piece of paper which can be torn up or burned and it means nothing. It just said that I had the discipline to sit and learn. This is what my mother used to tell me. It shows your ability to be able to listen, learn, and listen and learn. CC Punk once said, I was reading before I started school. You see some of these kids now, how sharp they are? But I'm trying to imagine, when was the last time that you guys met a young kid who couldn't read, a young African-American kid? Yarda said, Stone, I stayed in the hood and never checked the real knowledge inside me I always strive for. Listen, Yarda, I am with you 100%. But listen, you did it though. Look what you went and did. You went and got a PhD. You did something that most of us that haven't done it, and most of the ones on it that haven't, couldn't imagine that we could do it. Like when I've done some of the things I've done, me and my sister was some of the first in my family to do those things. Dr. the J says, salute Neely Fuller Jr. His literature spoke a lot on this. Come on, man. Listen, and I've never read any of his work. Ain't that crazy? Yo, Dr. the J, that's crazy because I've never read any of the work. So for me to be speaking on this, it's crazy, right? I literally go off of spiritual elements. Whatever the spirit leads me to speak on, I speak on. I just think that it's something that we haven't discussed as a community, how many young people we see in passing at the mall or at the barbershop that don't know how to read. How many older black men in their 40s and 50s still? I knew a dude in his 40s. Thank you, Dr. the J. Thank you, brother. I knew a brother in his 40s that didn't know. It shocked me. All the years I knew him, I didn't know he didn't know how to read until I handed him this thing to read. Sharon said, correct. We all learn and comprehend differently. The structure of education needs to change because so many children fall by the wayside and struggle because they don't learn like everything. This is why the parents have to start teaching again at home. Oh, Yarda said, newbie to your channel since I saw. Yeah, and you know what, Yarda, my channel has changed a lot because of Angie. The conversations I'm having now is because of Angie. Because I wanted my channel not to just be about music. I can get on here and show me in the studio working on these records and this album and celebrities in the studio with. I could do that. I could do all that material bullshit. But in my Angie was really about touching her community, and all the conversations we had, she wanted to touch her community. And I feel like me doing what I'm doing is continuing the legacy of all the conversations I've had with her about the things she wanted to do, which is why she started her YouTube. She wanted to touch her community. She told me. Yarda said, I'm in therapy lately, brother. Really, Yarda? Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Excuse me, I don't know if Yarda's a male or female, but so no disrespect, but I was talking about self-healing like a week ago versus us getting therapy and how we need to tap into self-healing. Joyful said, here's my dilemma. I mentor teens, but there's even a stigma that a white lady can't be a good mentor to a black child. I understand I don't know the culture, but I do know how to read the truth and love. It shouldn't matter about you not being black and you're mentoring black teens or Mexican teens or Hispanic. All that matters is your heart of wanting to mentor them, and people should respect that. Yarda, I'm sending love your way and blessings in your journey with the therapy. There's always a point in time in our lives that all of us need therapy. Some can self-heal. Some just need that real organic therapy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had things that I was dealing with, we all go through stuff as kids, like no attention from family, physical, mental abuse, or whatever, like, right? And as we get older, yeah, bless up, Yarda. And we deal with trying to then expand as an adult. And we accomplish all these great things. And then we go, whoops, wait a minute, I forgot about me. I forgot about the things that because sometimes in our mind, we're still that child. And a lot of people do not put two and two together with this. We can accomplish something. We can make billions of dollars and still be a billionaire. And there's still that one thing in the back of our minds that seems to be holding us back from a spiritual progress, because we've accomplished the physical progress and the progress of money. Yarda said gang stalk since 12 from a 90s. Wow, I'm sorry, Yarda. That's crazy. And you're still getting stalked to this day? To this day, you're still getting stalked? Yo, Yarda. That's absolutely crazy. Dog. Is that a metaphor? Yarda? Because if so, I know what you're talking about. If so, I know exactly what you're saying. First love. Your first love, you were 12? Okay. Okay, no. First love, 12. What's that? The gang stalk since 12 from 9. That's crazy. Wow. And are you still dealing with that to this day? Oh, I already know. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you, Yarda. Because I know a lot of folks, so I got you completely now. I got you. Damn, you still dealing with that shit? I think you said yes. That's crazy. Damn, Yarda. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Sorry about that. Damn. Shit. Wow. Listen, you guys, let me say something to everyone on here. Yardy, how long have you had your YouTube channel? How long have you had your YouTube channel, Yardy? I mean, I'm glad you could come here and we can talk, and this can be a conversation for all of us to embrace you. You've been on YouTube for a short period of time. This world is crazy, man. Yeah. That's crazy, man. I'm just, I'm not, I'm going to say this. A lot of people think this stuff is not real, but it is. Like what you just said, a lot of people think these things don't happen, but they do happen. And people would think because maybe it's a celebrity that, that can't be real, but I've seen shit and been in this business. I've seen shit and I see shit now and I know a lot of stuff. So I know that this stuff does happen. Okay, you guys, listen. I know that I would love to stay on here with you longer. Y'all ain't hitting the hearts anyway, so I'm gonna get up off here, man. Meth, Rex, Calvin's, Yarda. I'm with you, Yarda. I'm with you. Shit's crazy, man. Crazy. All right, y'all, listen. This is my time. I'll catch y'all probably later tonight in the studio. If not, no, probably not. I'll catch you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Peace and love. Thank you for all my new folks in here. I love you guys, man. Subscribe to the channel. My folks from the Ukraine, my folks from the UK, all over the world. Yard, I'm sorry. Please come in. Please follow my channel, please. I'm gonna go on again probably later on, but stay tuned with us, y'all. To stay in touch, please. Okay. Peace and love, and I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out.